Hi cats and kittens, it's Amy from Savor, Salvage Scent. I hope you're doing great. It is a few days before Valentine's Day and it had me just thinking about what I like to wear if on a romantic date or just feeling myself even on Valentine's Day or anytime. So I thought I would share with you today 5 of my favorite rose fragrances. I'm gonna go from lightest to heaviest. First is Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria Rosa Pop. This scent to me is truly, that's the perfect name for it, Rosa Pop, because, I'm spraying it, it has a sparkling quality. It's like if you had a glass of champagne, hi Paris, that's one of my cats. If you had a glass of champagne and you put a little drop of rose water in it, and I would say there's a little bit of lemon or grapefruit in this too, like a bright, sparkling nature. Now this doesn't last for all day, it lasts for a few hours, but it's fantastic and for Guerlain pretty well priced. So Rosa Pop is a favorite. And by the way, I'm having a grown-up cocktail, an adult beverage. This is sparkling water with a little bit of lychee liqueur and a few drops of rose simple syrup. It's delicious. Cheers. Okay, next. This is a little harder to find, but I still think it can be found and for not a bad price. This is called Evelyn Rose. It's by Crabtree and Evelyn. And I bought this maybe a few years ago at TJ Maxx. So that was probably a bad sign that was going out of that this is probably discontinued. But I love this. This to me is like, and I think when I looked at the notes, it doesn't necessarily translate, but this to me, imagine a light rose with some woodiness or some sandalwood, maybe even like a little bit of amber. And it's got this hint of a DNA, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm frankly very tired of Baccarat Rouge, but it's got this like, some of you will know it has, sometimes you get this smell of Baccarat Rouge and it has a bit of a Band-Aid or even like a paper box smell. Strangely, this has a little of that going on. I like it. It's like a lighter rose, dries down and you get this like woodiness, dry, almost like sandalwood quality. Beautiful. Evelyn Rose by Crabtree and Evelyn. Next is one of my favorite Serge Lutens is Sa Majeste La Rose, and unfortunately it is just out of my price range. I think it's about $400 bottle now. So I fell in love with it when I had a sample of the real thing, and then I purchased an inspired by scent by Oil Perfumery. So this is Oil Perfumery's version of Sa Majeste La Rose. Oh gosh, this is so beautiful. This is kind of middle range. It's not super light, it's not super strong. To me, this is like the perfect rose. It has a little bit of fruit in it too. Like I'm getting a little bit of peach or apricot, but I also get, it's a bit of a jamminess, and I get the greens of the rose. I get a bit of the stem, the leaf. To me, this is just a perfect, beautiful rose. So this is Oil Perfumery's version of Serge Lutens Sa Majeste La Rose. If you can afford the real deal, it is incredible. Or if you come across it at a good deal, go for it. Beautiful. Okay. I think these last two are my 2 favorite rose fragrances. And they're neck to neck. And they're both very strong. So I'll start with Guerlain's Nahema. This thing, you talk about romantic, syrupy. It's definitely got the Guerlain DNA, which to me is a powderiness, a funkiness, but in a good way. All right, I'm gonna spray this on another part of my arm. Oh my gosh. So I definitely get peach in this. In fact, I get a little bit of, if you're familiar with Guerlain's Mitsuko, I get a little bit of that. It's like almost like a halite quality. And then a very jammy rose that when it dries down, and again, I don't think this is in the notes, when it dries down, I get a little spice. I wonder if it's like clove or nutmeg. It's beautiful. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So I bought this at Guerlain in Paris and got a really good price at the time. And I think occasionally you can find this even through discounters. It was out of commission for a while, so that was why I bought it, because it was out of commission at the time in the US. And then I found this in Paris and bought it, and I just absolutely love it. It is one of the most beautiful. This is, to me, a masterpiece. It is just perfect, jammy, gorgeous rose. It dries down to a little bit of powderiness and a little bit of spice. So Guerlain's Nahema. And then last but not least, this is one of those, I wonder if you've had this situation where when I first sprayed it, and maybe it was because, I think it was in the heat of summer when I sprayed it, I was like, ooh, something's off. I don't like this. And I'm talking about Aramis Calligraphy Rose. I think my friend Selena sent me a sample of that. And when I first sprayed it, I just got this funkiness and I was not ready. Well, don't you know, like a few months later, I sprayed the rest of it on one day and I went out for a super cold walk in the snow. And it was one of those situations where I literally would get a whiff of myself and I would be like, what smells so good? It can't be that perfume. And then I was like, oh my God, it's that perfume. And so it's got this has a real funkiness, I would say too. It's got a resinous quality. And some of you I know have had an experience with, I find that sometimes honeyed scents smell a little funky, like the hive. I get like resins, a real thick honey, and super jammy, like rose jam, rose. And when it dries down, you get more, I would say, of the resin and incense, and then definitely like neck to neck with the rose. It is strong, I mean strong, and I absolutely love it. So those are my top 5 favorite rose fragrances. What are your favorite? What's your favorite rose fragrance? Do you like rose? And if not, what is your favorite flower? Whether or not you celebrate Valentine's Day, I hope you have a wonderful week and you are loved. Bye.